Hi students, welcome back to my channel Evolve Solving Physics. Today we are going to discuss a new chapter, that is motion in a plane. So far in previous videos we are discussed about motion in a straight line. In chapter motion in a straight line, we developed the concepts of position, displacement, velocity and acceleration. These quantities, that is displacement, velocity, acceleration, distance, speed, are required to describe the motion of an object along a straight line. So by using the quantities, that is distance, displacement, speed, velocity and acceleration, we discussed that an object moves in one direction, that is in a straight line, that is in east or west or north or south directions, or left or right or up and down directions. Only one direction represents that object moves in a straight line, that is one dimensional motion. For suppose if an object moves only in one direction, it represents one dimensional motion. So for suppose if an object moves in two dimensions, that is in two axes. For suppose if an object is moving along x-axis, means it represents only one axis, means it is one dimensional motion, that is motion in a straight line. For suppose if an object is moving in two directions or in two axes, that is x and y axis, means it represents two dimensional motion. So that represents motion in a plane. So if an object moves in two directions, or if an object moves in two axes, that represents the object is moving in a plane. For suppose if an object is moving in only one direction, means the object is moving in a straight line. For suppose if an object is moving in two dimensions, means that is in two direction, that is in two axes, then the object is moving in a plane. So in order to describe motion of an object in two dimensions, that is a plane, or three dimensions. So if an object is moving in a three directions or three axes, means the object is moving in a space. So motion in a space represents the object is moving in three dimension. So to describe the object motion in two dimensional, if an object is moving in a three dimensional, so we need to use vectors to describe various physical quantities. For suppose if an object is moving in two direction or in two dimensional, means in a plane, so we use vectors to describe physical quantities. For suppose they say to find velocity if an object is moving in two dimensional, so here we use vectors to describe that velocity. So in two dimensional or three dimensional, to describe the motion of an object, we require a vectors to describe the various physical quantities like distance, displacement, velocity, acceleration. That quantities can be described by using vectors in two dimensional and three dimensional. In motion in a straight line, that is in one dimensional, we won't use any vectors to describe the physical quantities. So here we used physical quantities like velocity, acceleration, displacement. In a motion in a straight line, we did not use any vectors to describe the quantities, but in two dimensional and three dimensional, to describe any physical quantity, we require an vectors. So what is vectors means we are going to discuss in next class. What is vectors, how it can be used to describe various physical quantities. So if an object is moving in a straight line, means it is an one dimensional motion. D represents dimensional. So if an object is moving in a plane that is in two directions, means it is an two dimensional motion. For suppose if an object is moving in three directions, that is x, y, z, means the object is moving in a space. So xy, if an object is moving in xy, means the object is in a plane. So motion in a plane represents two dimensional motion. Motion in a space represents three dimensional motion. If an object is moving in a straight line, means it represents one dimensional motion. So in this motion in a plane, we derive some equations. With the help of that equation, we can extend that equations for motion in a space, that is for three dimensional. So if you have any doubts, please comment me in comment box. Please like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you.